here to talk about my game today, and usually the best way to learn these things is to just play it. So before we start, I just want to explain some things for clarity. Usually you don't get to see the other person's hand, but since you're playing, this is how it's going to look. So we have our simple win states, which is basically get 3 of these specific cards, they're pretty easy to tell, into one of these drop boxes that we see here. You lose by either seeing a box through here, which I'll show you in just a sec, or having 3 in your hand at the end of your turn. Now, let's start for the most part. So, what happens when you usually start your turn is you come and pick up one of these cards, and you get to look at it normally. For here, we're just going to show you. So, 2 cards here, nothing that matches any of these specific cards. I might say I want to put in something like this. And then, without the other player knowing, we then return this back to the deck blind, so they don't ever get to see it. Now, it would be your turn. Obviously, I'll pick a card before I do that. Now it's your turn. So, you have 3 here. Obviously, you're going to have to play a card this turn. That's kind of the forced action that you get with this mechanic. So, you pick up this box and you decide to pick up, oh, it's got 2 police cards. I can now make a secret state, which if I don't look at specifically or prepare for, I can lose the game. So we have 3 police in this drop box. We're just going to leave it here just so I don't know about it. So we come to my turn. I say, oh, he placed something here. I come and look at it. Now, I have an option, which I can choose to look at the box. Unsafe is what we call it. So when I pick the box, I can either look at it normally and lose the game if I get 3 cards in here, which we know is that, or I can use a peek card before I play, and that allows me to look into the deck safely without ever getting affected by any of the consequences. So I notice there's 3 police cards. I can probably get rid of one of my police cards, so I put it back this way. I then return it back to the desk and then go on. And then this kind of continues on until someone pulls up a win state, in which I'll just say I place it here, in which now it is your turn to specifically counter that action. You have only 1 turn to counter that action, otherwise you lose the game. So, say you have 2 police cards in this drop box already, and I play this and I'm like, I'm about to win. You get your next turn and you can actually play one of your police cards, and that makes 3 police, that cancels out the win state for that. So this box becomes null and the game continues on. And that's pretty much all there is about this game. If you have any other questions, feel free to text me.